Hello everyone, welcome to this week's stream. I am not at home, as you can see by the white background, but I'll try to do something this week as well. Please excuse the lengthy setup, 'cause it's quite different, but it's done, and I'm going to make sure that everything works as expected. So let me have a look at that. Hello, hello. Studio video. Sounds good. All right. I'll let some people join, and I'm going to announce also because I haven't done that. It's been so late. Um, try to um, yeah, set up my environment as I want to. Okay. Okay. Okay, that is set up. What else do I have? So today, yeah. So who's there? Not many people yet. I'm gonna announce the stream now. So that's done. Mm. All right. Let me make sure that that I also publish that on the Fedora channels. Where's that? Oh, I have a message. Interesting. Okay. So where is it? Okay, that's announced on the infrastructure channel. Let's try that as well on the apps channel, maybe. I don't want to spam everyone. Okay, so here's the plan. So first let me open the usual page. Sorry, too many options. Um, where is my easy fixes page? Not being at home. Okay. All right. So that page is open, and I am going to. Yeah, the screen is much smaller. I hope you'll be able to read that. Let me show you with the screen. That's the wrong page, obviously. Can you read that, or is it like too small or too big? I think you should be able to read that correctly. Hopefully that's good enough. So Fedora infrastructure. There's a few things that I have flagged. I saw there's something that I think I should work on today, and that's an item on Tahrir, the badges frontend, that has been reported to me a couple times already. So I think I should work on that so we are done with it. It's also not exactly very simple, so it's not ideal for somebody who wants to um, learn Tahrir, the badges front end. So I don't think I'm going to be wasting an easy fix if I do it. That's number 482 here. User avatar using their actual email address. If I look at badges right now, I see a lot of people that have random avatars. That's because we are using their OpenID. No, sorry. That's because, I think we're using. I don't even remember properly what we're using. I think we're using the Fedora project email address for them, and not their usual email address. And as a result, it's not something that I have set an avatar for. It's very unlikely that it happened. So I'm going to try and fix that. So first, let me open the badges code. Ah, yeah. Yeah. So um, one thing to know about Tahrir is that it's the UI, the front end, is in a package, and the database information, like the database models, are in a separate package called Tahrir API. And the reason for that is that we wanted to be able to access the database from another program, the consumer, who's going to read data from the database and insert new data in there about the badges, basically. And and as a result, we need the models in there. So we have the models that are shared between Tahrir, the UI, and Fed badges, the consumer badges awarder. And that's it. So there's the third package for that called Tahrir API. First thing I'm going to open is Tahrir API. So let's do that. Okay, let's open a new window. Ooh, I don't know what happened. Did I just close everything? Oh no, it crashed. Huh, fantastic. Okay, let me open it. I think it crashed. Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. No matter. Let me open a new one, and I'm gonna put it maybe here. Open that here so that you can see it. And open a. I don't think it's in my recent projects. Probably not. Tahrir is though. So I'm gonna open. Oh, first I'm gonna open Tahrir API as I said. Right. So that's open folder. Tahrir API. Open it, please. All right, there it is. So Tahrir API basically has the models and an API module which you can use to query the database and add data in there. So if I look at the models, there is a table for the people. It's called the person table. That's right here. It has an ID, it has an email, it has authorization, well, it has relationships, but it has like a nickname for the users. There's a website, bio, created on last, etc. We don't really use the bio and website. And the email is the email. So in Open Badges, the standard that Badges uses to award badges to people, badges are awarded to an email address. A person is represented by their email address. And in Fedora, we've always awarded badges to nickname@fedoraproject.org or like fast username@fedoraproject.org. As a result, the email column always consists of nickname@fedoraproject.org, and we can change that. So what I'm going to do is create another email column that's going to contain the email we want for the avatar. All right, let's do this. I'm going to pull the changes from Git. Okay, I'm going to open a new branch. Right, that's the new branch, and I'm going to name the column. Well, first I'm going to create the database, right? So I'm not sure you can read that. I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully that's better. Okay, so that's Tahrir API. And I'm going to create the database so that Alembic has something to compare the models between. So it has something to compare the models to, and it's going to generate the database for me. So how do I create a database here? Probably with, I'm actually going to run the Tahrir frontend. So Tahrir has a Vagrant file. So let's try Vagrant up. Yes. It doesn't have a Vagrant file. Oh yeah, there's Vagrant file.new. Very interesting. Has this changed? Oh, did I make some changes? Apparently I did. And that is interesting, but not what we're working on. I'm going to stash it and pull the changes from Git. Which branch am I on? Oh, yeah. Go to the develop branch, pull. So it's origin develop. Yes, thank you. Oh, there's a Vagrant file now. So Vagrant up. Let's make that run. It is probable that that's going to need tiny stage. Let me start that up. Do I need anything more? Yes. Let's start with those two. Oh, there's more people in the chat now. Hello, everyone. just gonna pause it for a minute until it does its thing. I'm gonna go grab something. Yeah, okay, that's better. So where am I at? Yeah, it is locked. Huh. Nah, it shouldn't be locked. What about now? Hey, is Ars Michael 98? Do you have information on the page to start in the area of hacking ethics? I have no idea. I don't even know what you're talking about. Sorry, can't help on that. All right, let's go on this one. Oh, hacking maybe. Hacking ethics. Um, I don't really know. Not really. Now I think I understand what you mean, but I don't have a starting page. Sorry about that. Okay, so, and it's running. So I'm gonna go to Vagrant. Just Vagrant in. All right. So I should have a database right now, right? Right. There's a Tahrir.db file here that I suspect is the right one. Okay. Um, so it's all good, but hmm, where is my Alembic file? Don't tell me there is no Alembic file. that's that's not possible. Or that's a mistake. Um, so it has been installed with Poetry, right? Okay, let me check that. How is it? How it's been installed? Has it been installed? Yes, it has been installed with Poetry. Is it running from a virtual environment? It's not. Okay. So in the environment that is right here, I should be able to find the Alembic file. Of course, that's going to be no good if I can't reach the corner of my screen. Okay. Tahrir API, that's the thing. And migrations, alembic.ini, that's the one. Okay. And this is, okay. It's kind of weird, but I mean, it's fine. Let's try to run Alembic with that. Poetry run alembic-c for the configuration file. Current, show me what the current version in the database is. Oh, Right, I probably need a copy of this Alembic file right in the right place. So I'm going to put that in develop, devel, ansible, roles, dev, files. And I'm going to edit it so that it looks at the same place as the development.ini file. Right, this equal URL is the same thing, even though it's not entirely true, but yeah, that's fine. Okay. And I want to add a task in my setup. Right. I want to add a task so that it deploys that file as well. That should do it. Oh yeah, I still need to copy this file in the right place. Okay. Poetry run. The Alembic file is now in my home directory, so that's going to be much simpler. Show me. What is the database? Oh. Huh. Path doesn't exist. Oh. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, that's very wrong. So how do you specify that already? It's not Alembic, I think it's in Tahrir API colon Alembic. I think that's the one. It's called migrations. Okay. Ah, it works. So now I'm going to do the copy the other way around. Okay. All right. So now I can query my database and I know that I'm at that level. Cool, right? I'm going to skip that. And to make things easier, I'm going to edit my Vagrant file and add a sync folder. I'm going to add Tahrir API to this place so that it's available inside the Vagrant environment. And this way, when I'm changing something on my code, on the Visual Studio Code, it's going to be reflected inside the VM, inside the VM basically. All right, that's good, but that's not enough. It's not enough because I'm going to have to need to install this sync folder. See, Tahrir API. Okay, that's all good. Well, I need to do a poetry run pip install -e for editable Tahrir API, so that it's used as in my dependencies and not the one that it got from the internet. Okay, that sounds much better. Now it should be running correctly. If I do current, what does it say? Same thing. Okay, history. What? This is my history of modifications in the Tahrir schema. Okay, cool. So, could I know what? Sorry, I didn't see your message. Michael, Ice Michael, Ask, sorry, Ask Michael 98. Could I know what courses you took for cybersecurity, or is programming yours? Sorry for no, don't be sorry for curiosity. That's always a good thing. I didn't take any courses for cybersecurity. I have a long while ago. I went to an engineering school in France, and they told us about software engineering, basically. I'm not sure they did tell us a lot. I don't think they told us a lot about cybersecurity, um, but it was like 20 ish years ago, 22, 23, maybe 23 years ago, something like this. It's always been an interest of mine because I've trained as a sysadmin first. So when you're a sysadmin, you're very interested in software security. Well, in security in general, cyber security. So it's been an interest of mine, and I've basically read up on it. No formal training. Okay. Now I'm going to change the model in here. I'm going to add a new column. And I'm going to call it avatar ID, maybe, because it could be it's not necessarily an email. LibreAvatar supports OpenID URLs, so it could be a URL. The thing if I call it avatar ID, I'm kind of afraid that it feels like it's a reference to an avatar table in the ID column in there. So I could just call it avatar and be done with it. Yeah, okay. Nullable is totally true. It can totally be true, and it doesn't have to be unique. So I'm going to drop that. Cool. Let's see if Alembic can detect changes. Revision. The name is model dot not model person dot avatar. Add person dot avatar. Oh, auto generate. Yeah. Sorry. I need to ask it to auto generate, otherwise it doesn't do it. Okay, so what did you create? Where is it? Oh yeah, it's going to be in this Tahrir API file, which is fine. It should be there in migrations, versions. Ah yeah, that's the one. Okay. All right, cool. So you see it adds this column in persons, the column avatar. All this seems correct. Does 128 seem sufficient to you? Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I think that's sufficient. That should be enough for everyone. famous words. Okay, very simple. It's nullable, so it's going to start with a null. Let's apply it. All right, so now we have this new column in the table. How we are going to use it? We are going to edit the model to look for that first. So there's a email SHA-1 thing here. It's not great. I mean, it's not great to have that here. I'm just gonna call it the avatar hash. And avatar hash is going to be SHA-1 because that's one LibreAvatar supports. Should I just label it SHA-1? Nah, I'm gonna keep the algorithm here. That's a property, it can have that. Okay, yeah, I'm stupid. Just maybe keep it hash, keep it as a hash. Meh. Okay, let's be explicit. Avatar SHA-1, that's going to be pretty much the same thing as this one. And we can drop the other one, by the way. There it is. We have a property that gives me a hash, a SHA-1 hash of either the avatar if it's defined or the email. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to drop that because I'm pretty sure no one really uses it. Well, I'm pretty sure about the MD5. Yes. It's used somewhere. What is this? Oh, Gravatar link. Yeah, that's not something that we want to use either. Because Tahrir has its own way of building that. Okay, I'm gonna drop that and drop this one as well. And I'm pretty sure that email SHA-1 can be replaced by what the work we're doing right now. Okay, so just give me a minute. Yeah, I'm speaking into a muted mic. Should have realized that I had no audio feedback, and anyway, that's another story. So I was going to say, I think we did everything we needed to in Tahrir API. Now we're going to move to Tahrir. And I know that the email SHA-1 is used somewhere, right? It's used here. We can keep that email SHA-1 here. So it means we're still using it. Mbox SHA-1 sum. Okay, then let's keep it. You win. That's fine. But there is something in Tahrir so there's a function that we define that's going to give us the avatar URL from the email we want. So here's that get avatar. Right, and I'm doing here assertion.person.email, and that's where it's wrong. It should be avatar. Assertion.person.avatar. Right. Where is it called? It's here. User.avatar. Okay. Let me check that user here is actually the user from the, yes, that's the user. Okay, user from the table, from the database table. Cool. And here in functions.mark, and function.partial. Okay, and where is it called? As avatar. Yes, and that should be here, avatar. Okay, cool. Okay, I think we've changed all the places. So now it's going to do the exact same thing, because if there is nothing in the avatar column, it's going to fall back to the email. So nothing's changed from the user's point of view. Now what we want to do, well, yeah, I should probably check that it's still working. Um, Restart. Okay, so now it should be running locally, I suppose. Localhost, Tahrir, or badges. It's not localhost, it's badges.tinystage.test. It is running. And there is someone, okay, and their email, that's the avatar they are building. So let me check this. Instead of just writing this, I'm going to improve the tooltip. The tooltip right now is person.nickname, and I'm going to add person.avatar. Right? So I'm getting something more from there. Not sure that's going to be sufficient. Oh yeah, so there's none. Okay, so haha, so it turns out it's giving me none. Okay. Oh yes, that's because that is because it's supposed to be avatar SHA-1. Huh. Yeah, avatar is always going to be none. How do I do this? Yeah, all right, that's fine. So I'm going to do things differently in Tahrir API. So first I'm going to roll back my change on the database, my schema change. And now I'm going to change my, so this, instead of calling it avatar, I'm going to call it, huh, I'm going to call it underscore avatar. It's not great, but I think it'll do. And here, so it's clearer that I'm not actually talking about a column that I should change. So here I'm going to keep the avatar property as return self.underscore avatar or self.email. Right? So avatar is the one that I'm going to be using. Or maybe I call it avatar override. Hmm. Let's just keep it that way for now. So now that I can upgrade. Okay. And now let me check first. Oh, yeah. Schema persons. Yes, there's an avatar varchar 128. That's cool. Okay. So now if I call avatar, I'm going to get the new value. Yes, it's William Lloyd at timestage.test. That's good. That's exactly what I want. Okay, cool. So now when the person logs in, I want to update that value to the one that I get from the OpenIDC provider. Right? I want to update that upon login. That's going to be on Tahrir. I'm going to have to look at the logging in system, the authentication system. So what happens here? Include, okay. That's all the include thing. Okay. I have the views here. Logout, login OIDC. Authorize OIDC. Okay, that's where it gets created, I think. Get and store user. That's the function that I want. It's from utils. Get and store user. Okay. So so depending on if I use OpenID email, I'm gonna get the email here. And if I don't set that, I would like, if I may, wait, where is it? Where is it created? Oh, yeah, that's where it's created. It's created as with an add person. Okay. So if it's here, it's avatar equal none, because the email is already correct. It's already the full email. But if not, if I'm setting the email to something hard-coded, well, not really hard-coded, but forged, nickname plus the domain, then I want to set my avatar, the avatar, to the actual email. Okay, so now when I do add person, I'm going to have to add a new value here. Avatar equal avatar. Let's check that it's actually understood, because I don't think that add person has what we want. So it should be in DB API, add person, right? And I'm going to add avatar equal none. That's actually bio here. That's fine. Okay, I've added as an argument. There it's set. Done. Okay, and now I want another thing. In when I'm logging in and there's an email already set that is not correct, so if not request.getPerson. What's that? Okay. If it doesn't exist, then set it. If it exists, but existing dot avatar is not the current avatar value, so that it exists and the avatar is not the same, then I set it. And I commit. Request commit? I don't think that's right. Where are my commits? Well, not that, not this sort of commit, the database commits. Thank you very much. db.session. Yeah, that's the one. db.session.commit. Okay. So if the user exists but the avatar is different from what I've just decided it would be, then I update it. I think that's pretty good. So If this is working as expected, my William Lang avatar is coming from William Young at tinystage.test. Okay, that's good. Let me check what is its actual email address. Oh, I don't have to SSH from here. I can SSH from here. Mm. Their email address is apparently, it's already that. Okay, so that's not a good example. Let me change their email address. Okay, so they have a different email address now. So if I resume that, okay. Let me check what I have set in the development.ini. Use OpenID email false. Okay, so that's good. We're going to be in the same environment as in Fedora. Okay, so here it's right now it's using William test. Okay, log out. Log back in, please. And now it's using william.example.com. Cool. Okay, so I think that's a good first step. And then the next step would be to update the database with values, like run a script that will query fastJSON for all the users in the database, basically, and set the value. Yeah, that's good. We can do that another time. Of course, for this sort of feature, we want to have tests. So let's look at the test status. The test coverage in Tahrir and Tahrir API is not great at the moment. That's a kind way of saying it. But let's try running it anyway. Let's run the test for Tahrir API first. It'll tell us if we have broken something. All pass. You see there's like 59% coverage, so yeah. Even the important files such as DB API is only covered at 65%. Yep, the models 77% only. Yes. One thing I wanted to check on Tahrir is that, because I know we do set something. So I think in the in the index file, in the top level file in app, I think we set something. It's not app, it's in init. Maybe not here. I thought we were setting Yeah, so where does get avatar come from? Where is it used? It's in views, yeah. Yeah, looks alright. Okay. Okay, let's keep it that way. So there isn't many tests in Tahrir API as you can see. At least it's not breaking something. What's my difference? I'm adding avatar to this list. I am setting it when relevant, creating the new item, removing gravatar link. I need to make sure that gravatar link isn't really used anywhere, but I don't think it is. Because it's cached, which is weird by the way. It's weird to cache this sort of thing. I don't know why you would want to cache the URL of. I mean, it's a hash. It's not computing intensive. It's kind of weird. Anyway, it's kind of weird to want to cache that. Yeah. All right. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So that seems correct. I'm gonna. Where am I at? I'm in avatars. Yeah. I'm gonna add my new change. My new schema change. Add a column for the avatar. It fails because use format specifier instead of person format. Well, yeah, that would make sense, but I don't think I've added person formats. Where is your error? 647. Yup. Well, I agree. That's how you do things in modern Python. Let's try again now. Okay. Happier. Okay, that's good. And now if I go to Tahrir, um, let's run the tests. By the way, does Tahrir depend on Tahrir API with a specific version? No way. It can be 5%. It ran 4 tests. Ah, okay. It is covered at 4%. 4%. It's staggering. Okay. Oh yeah, that's all right. Um, I'm not going to add tests to this one either. What are my changes? So I've added, yeah, I can drop that because that's really not something that I want by default. It's just specific to my environment. Right. I do want to copy the Alembic, but that's a different issue. That's fine. I'm going to make 2 commits. Seems more reasonable. Oh yeah, there's this debug thingy that I do not want to have publicly, because that's possibly the user's actual email address. And that's certainly not something that we want exposed like this. Okay. I'm going to make 2 commits. Am I in a separate branch right now? Yeah. Okay. So first thing is going to be deploy Alembic. Okay. What else? Well, the main thing that I've been working on, which is mm, make use of person.avatar from Tahrir API. Okay. All right. So right now it's not um, it's not in production, of course. I'm just committing things. I'm going to push that to the repo, but I think I can deploy that pretty quickly. It would be nice to have a script that makes that sets it from Tahrir, from FastJSON. But I don't have FastJSON as a dependency right now. I can always do that manually later. Well, I'll write that script later. It should be pretty simple. Just query the database, the Tahrir database, and for each user, ask. You know what? I could do it right now actually, because I have Fed badges here that makes use of it. Yeah, there's a lot of usage of FastJSON client here. So in Tahrir API, maybe I can put that. What's in examples? Okay, I can put that in examples probably. So Tahrir API, where am I? Here. Let's create a new file called populate avatar.py. Creating the Tahrir database, fine. That's not really not what I'm interested in. What is my API? Can I get all the people, all the persons from the database? Would be nice. I'm actually gonna do a script. That would be much better. I'm gonna do a script. Populate avatar. Cool. So yeah, not that. Um, Roman to Arabic, no, I don't care. Convert, no. To number, I don't care. Um, yeah, I'm still gonna use a basic argparse rather than this. Okay, now, oh, so that's my configure. Okay. Um, okay. Okay, I create my session. Oh, yeah. Do I have something in my API that it's going to get me all the people? I don't think there is something like this. No, get all persons. All right, very cool. Let's do this. But do I have my API right now? I don't think I have it in there. No, it's just, nah. Anyway, all good. So, in for person in session.scholars, select person, and that's pretty much it. Okay, select person. I want to query that person in I want to query this person in fastJSON, so I need to instantiate fastJSON. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. Get user person.nickname. Do I do a result? I don't think I do. It's okay. Oh yeah, I need to hide the URL in there, right? URL is, do I have this information in my configuration? Probably not. I don't think it uses it. So it's not going to be in the configuration. So I'll have to add another argument. Okay, I have my fast.json. I get my user. Or I can just do person.avatar equal fast.json user.email. Fast user, sorry. And at some point I'm gonna have to commit all that. And that's basically it. Okay, now add it to my scripts. Tahrir populate avatar. Oh yeah, I've named it populate dash avatar. That's not gonna work. Okay, I can try and run that, see if that works. Let me get back to Vagrant. Where's my Vagrant? It's here. Okay. First reinstall the script. Okay. Tahrir. Yeah. Directory run. Tahrir populate avatar. Oh, that's not how I called it. Populate avatar. Maybe with an S would make more sense. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did I call it? Did I make a mistake? Tahrir dash populate dash avatars. Huh. Oh wait. What's that? Oh yeah, of course. That was in Tahrir API. So I can just reinstall this. I'm gonna have to reinstall it with pip. That works much better. And I'm going to have to install FastJSON client. Oh yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work because I didn't have the right library. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, it's in libk rb5. No? Um, oh, it's krb5 devil. That's the one. Still building. Okay, it's built. So now what if I run Tahrir populated avatar with nothing? Yeah, I mean, I can't accept it without, so this needs to be required. Cool. I don't actually need to do that. So I don't need to have a default, which is, I think, better because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's not like something I'm going to be running frequently, you know. So my configuration is at development.ini, and fastJSON URL is https auth.tinystage.test fastJSON. Oh, sorry. Is that not how it's supposed to be? Oh, hmm. Just gonna just going to do it that way. Right, that's not the spec. Oh, hmm. Oh yes, it's not. It has to be called. Okay, yeah. Now I remember. There's a DNS alias. Hmm. 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 Why can't I initiate the thing? Wait, what? You're loading remote spec. What is this? What's going on here? Oh, certificate verification failed. Maybe I didn't set up my environment to accept this certificate and that's why it's failing. Yeah, that's a common thing. I thought it was done in our Vagrant environment, but it's apparently not done. Um, yep, it's not done, clearly. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, it's very minimal. Right, I'm just gonna do this manually. Where is it? It's here. Am I running it in? Yes. Butcher in Python. Import certify. Where are my certificates? Thank you. And I'm just gonna add to. I'm gonna add my IPSCA to the certificates. How about now? Much better. Much, much, much better. Okay, so it's getting its nickname equal. That's how you call it. Raining cats and dogs outside. Takes one positional argument, but two were given. How do you do call user, get user already? I totally forgot about that. Um, username equal. It's username equal. Username equal this. Okay. Also, it has to be dot results, if I remember correctly. And this is going to be a dict. Okay. Oh, we're getting much closer to the result. What do I have in this dictionary? I have emails as a list. Fine. You should give it time to propagate. Sounds good, I suppose. Oh yeah, typo. Well done. Okay, I think we have the script. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there. I have to leave in a moment anyway. So when I deploy that to production, anybody who logs back into Tahrir, into badges, is going to have their email updated, and that's gonna update their avatar. And I can also run the script, and it's going to update the avatar for everyone. So I think that's good. That should work. And I'm gonna stop there because I'm a little bit of a rush. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. See you, everyone.